Where are you raising that $80 million? Is it from Boardwalk or is it from Baltic?
Well, first of all, we couldn't be more excited about the month. I mean, it was just a huge month, up from $50 million last month to $80 million this month. This is only the second month we've been doing this versus the Clintons, who have been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
And the majority of this is ground support. I mean, this just goes to show you how much support there is for Donald Trump from the ground. 64 million of the 80 million was in small dollar contributions. We now have over 1 million unique contributors to the campaign, and I think this just goes to show what we've been saying all along. There's a lot of ground support out there for Donald Trump. A lot of them are traditional Republicans. A lot of them are new Republicans, and I'm sure there's a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters that have come over as well.
Will it dictate a change in style? It doesn't cost Steve Mnuchin a penny if Mr. Trump is out on Twitter. Does this shift you to a more traditional campaign strategy?
Not at all. I mean, we've said from the beginning we'll raise whatever we need to compete. Donald has contributed a significant amount of money. He contributed another $2 million for a matching program this month, bringing his total contributions to $56 million. And we've said all along, our major focus on raising funds is for the ground campaign, both for the benefit of him and the party. And as you said, this is not a traditional campaign driven by paid media. He has over 20 million social media followers. It's like owning a newspaper. And as you guys know, he's happy to use it, and he's happy to be on TV. So,
would you recommend to Mr. Trump, off of the Washington Post article today on Richard Nixon, that he clear up the distractions? One of them is releasing his tax returns so he can raise more money. That's called transparency.
I think we have more transparency. You know, if you look at the fundraising numbers, we've released tons of details, okay, and where they are. We've released the fact that we have $75 million of cash in the bank. In regards to his tax returns, and I've said this before, he's released a balance sheet. People understand his income. People understand what he's contributing. The American public understands Donald Trump's finances, and you see from the fundraising numbers, they're happy to support him. And the press wants to keep on talking about the tax returns. If the American public thought it was relevant, they'd decide. This isn't changing, you know, our thought one way or another.
How are you selling Mr. Trump to billionaires? Carl Icahn was on board early. Many others have not. The Kochs have received a lot of press on this. What is the Steve Mnuchin formula to bring in the billionaires?
I mean, the good news is I don't have to sell Donald Trump. He sells himself. And, you know, my job is to connect with all the people that want to support him, and that's what we do, and you see that in the numbers. There's a lot of support out there, and there are some traditional people who are not on board. But having said that, there's a lot more people that are on board. Sheldon Adelson has come out publicly with very, very large support on doing things, and there's lots of other people. You mentioned Carl Icahn, there's Tom Barrack, there's Wilbur Ross. There's a huge list of people who are willing to not only contribute but are economic advisors to this campaign. And this is about national security and the economy. As you guys know, the numbers on the economy on growth are extremely, extremely low. And Donald Trump's going to have a plan to build this country back, focus on the economy, lower business taxes, create jobs, create growth.